8 life lessons I learnt by age 30, and the 4th lesson is the lesson that's given me the biggest transformations in my life. Let's jump into it. Lesson number 1, time is a scarce resource. Ever since I hit the age of 30 on April 11th, 2024, so a few weeks back, I had a few realizations about age and time. Back when I was 20, for some reason, in my mind, I thought I had all of the time in the world. I'm like, you know what? I have like a complete decade to achieve all of my life goals and aspirations. At 20, I thought when I was 30, I would be like a multi-millionaire. I'd have my life all handled. Everything would be hunky-dory. Even back then, I probably thought I was going to be married with a few kids by the age of 30. Little did I know that I'd be traveling the world full time with a dating company, enjoying the single life. But the realization that I had was, back when I was 20, I thought I had all the time in the world, but now that I'm 30, I've realized that time is such a scarce resource, because even though in the last decade I've had a lot of crazy experiences, it genuinely feels like it passed within like a day. Like when I look back to me at 20, it feels like it was yesterday. And it's made me realize that like truly, time is a very scarce resource and we take it for granted. So one of the biggest lessons I've taken away from being a 30-year-old dude now, and starting to fucking reach the age of like, the balding, requiring fucking Viagra, probably having to invest in a walking stick soon, whatever it might be, I've realized like I really need to actually make the most of my time, especially in this next decade between the ages of 30 to 40, because I've realized throughout my 20s, it goes like this. So if you're someone that's procrastinating on your goals, you have aspirations, there's things that you want to do in your life, do not sit here and think, oh, like I'm going to figure everything out by 30, or I'm going to figure everything out by 40 or 50. Like everything will just work out the way that I want it to. It's only going to happen like that if you actually put in the work. You stay disciplined, you stay consistent, you actually go for what you want and make it happen. The amount of hours that I have spent over the last decade on social media, Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, YouTube, Netflix, and the amount of time that I've just wasted just sleeping in and just doing like really degenerate bullshit stuff is insane. And the reason why I did that is, one, yes, it's obviously very entertaining and pleasurable, but it's also because I genuinely thought I had all the time in the world. And now I'm 30, and yes, I am somewhat successful. I do have a very successful international dating company. I travel the world full time now. I've made like a physical transformation. I've done a lot of things in my life, but I'm nowhere near where I wanted to be. And if I had the realization by 30 that time is a scarce resource and we need to make the most of it, it would have been a much more beneficial thing to understand in my younger years. So that's lesson number 1. Lesson number 2. Experiences over material possessions. I feel like over my life, I've gone through stages where I was somewhat indoctrinated by society and culture, and obviously like the people in my surroundings or in my direct environment, that to be happy, you needed to have like the nice brand name clothes, a nice watch, the newest cars, a PlayStation, an Xbox, all the different knickknacks that people are trying to sell us in terms of like adding status or looking good or having like the latest entertainment or technology. And in my earlier years, I was influenced by this culture, but what I've realized now that I've reached 30 is that, dude, like experiences over material possessions 100% of the time. When you're just chasing those material possessions, it's like chasing the fucking dragon. Like you feel like, or you've been indoctrinated to think that if you are to go and get the newest shit all the time and buy the nice clothes, the watches, the cars, and all this different fucking material shit, you're gonna be happy. But when you've had years living on this fucking planet and falling into that trap, you realize that every time you buy something new, you get it, and then you feel good, you get that little dopamine hit, you're kind of happy for a day or two, maybe a week at max, depending on what you're purchasing, and then afterwards, you're fucking unsatisfied again. You're just like, whatever, what's the next thing? But once I stepped out of that paradigm and I started putting my money, my investments, my finances into things that were going to give me an experience or a memory, that was when I actually started to cultivate a lot more genuine happiness. So for example, going traveling, maybe booking a weekend away with the boys to go for like an island trip in like Bali, Indonesia, and go do some mushrooms. Maybe it's going to have a really crazy experience to step outside of your comfort zone and do some bungee jumping or skydiving or wakeboarding, or taking up a new sport or learning a new skill set, or maybe investing in your personal development. These types of things allow you to become better versions of yourself and also have new reference experiences, learn new shit, And most importantly, you get the memories. And the memories are by far one of the most important things, because I've realized when I look back over the last decade, when I think about it, I don't remember like the cars that I drove or the apartment that I had or like the iPhone that I was using or the watch that I used to own. I don't think back to that shit at all. It's irrelevant to me. But what I do look back at is the experiences that I've had, the travel that I've done, the people that I've met, the girls that I've hooked up with. There's so many things that I can look back at and I have amazing memories, and that to me is worth $1 million. Lesson number 3, there is no such thing as too much travel. Travel as much as you can. This is truly, truly such an important lesson. For a lot of you out there, maybe you're 27, 28, 29, getting close to 30, or maybe, you're in your mid 30s to getting into 40. And if you haven't seen the world yet, you haven't gone and seen different cultures, different places, different cities, met different types of women and people in different environments around the world, you are truly, truly missing out. And for the guys in their early 20s, seriously, if you have some spare cash, I highly recommend putting some money away to invest in going to have some of those experiences. You need to do it, especially when you're young. And I think a lot of guys that are a little bit older that maybe haven't had a lot of travel experiences yet, they're probably watching this video going, Alex is 100% right. And the reason why I'm right is because once you get to 30, 35, 40, generally speaking, you now are in a situation where you are in a loving relationship, you're probably married with a few kids, you own a property, you have like a really good career. And because of that, time is now a very scarce resource. And because you're so fucking busy and you have responsibilities, it makes it 10 times more difficult to go out there and see the world. So if you're younger, make sure to do it, because some of the best experiences, some of the best memories, some of the coolest shit you're ever gonna do in your entire life is going to come from travel. And the other cool thing about travel too, for the guys that are into dating and self-development, seriously guys, there is no cooler experience than going overseas and hooking up with stunning locals. Like, some of my most memorable experiences is meeting beautiful Russian girls, being able to hook up with them, have them fly from their countries to come and see me and spend a week with me in like some foreign place. Or some of the coolest experiences I've had is just being able to go to different countries and have different relationships, hook up with different girls, have a variety of experiences with a variety of different people, and built me the reference experiences that was necessary for me to actually have a fulfilling fucking life. Because now I know what it's actually like to go out there and date and hook up with a variety of different girls all around the world, and I'm not left fucking curious. Because I guarantee you guys are gonna be curious. You probably look at some of your mates that have traveled and hook up with these cute little German girls, or Ukrainians, or Polish chicks, or South American girls for the guys that love the Latinas. You probably look at that and go, fuck, I wish I could have that experience. I wish I could go on an adventure. I wish I could be the type of guy that goes out there to a nightclub and pulls like a really fucking hot girl in like a foreign country. I want to be the type of guy that can go out and do some cold approach and just like randomly find myself in a relationship for a month as I'm traveling abroad. And if you do feel that jealousy and you feel inspired, then guys, like, this is the perfect opportunity in your younger years to go and make that happen. And if you're an older guy that's not yet married with these types of responsibilities like kids and property and investments and fucking business or whatever you're doing in terms of your career, then I also, before you get too old and before you do actually have to get locked down, do it, bro, because what's gonna end up happening is you're gonna get so busy with your lifestyle, you're gonna get like one vacation a year where you get to hang out for like 2 weeks in Hawaii or something, sit by a beach to relax, and most of that holiday is gonna be spent dealing with the screaming kids and the nagging wife, and you're not gonna really have that time to have that exploration and like go and do different shit, explore different things, meet different people. So guys, make sure you make the most of travel whilst the opportunity is there. Lesson number 4, following your greatest excitement from moment to moment. This has been the biggest transformational mindset that I've cultivated in the last decade that's allowed me to have the success that I now have. If you want to learn success with women, follow your greatest excitement. If you want to have more business success, follow your greatest excitement. If you want to get jacked in the gym and look good, follow your greatest excitement. Now, what does following your greatest excitement mean? Basically, it means if there's something you would like to achieve, there's something you would like to do, there's something you would like to experience, there's something you would like to manifest into your reality, all you have to do is follow your intuition, follow the pull, follow the excitement. If there's something that you're passionate about, something that you're excited about, you need to make sure you set your mind to that, you set a goal, and you start walking in a forward direction. And if you just trust that the universe will look after you by following following the simple steps of following your greatest excitement, this is what's going to help you manifest your greatest desires. And for me, this is what I've done. I created a 6-figure dating company. Why? Because I followed my greatest excitement. Where did my excitement originally take me? It was like, okay, I want to start a business. I want to be a digital nomad. I want to travel full time. How am I going to make that happen? Invest in a business coach. Now, when I actually did that, it was very scary because it was a very big investment. I wasn't exactly sure if I was going to see a return on my investment. I had a lot of limiting beliefs pop up, like what if I get scammed? What if I don't succeed? Are people going to laugh at me when I don't make it happen? A lot of stuff came up for me, but I had to remember the fundamental rule, this mindset, which is follow your greatest excitement. And my excitement was like, no, I want to fucking start a business. I'm just going to make that happen. And I did it and I succeeded because the universe always will look after you and support you if you follow your greatest excitement. Same goes for learning success with women. I remember when I first hired a dating coach, it was one of the scariest experiences I've ever had. I was so worried about being judged and what people would think of me if I actually went out there and did that. I was like, imagine if I had to tell like my next long-term girlfriend that I got a dating coach and I was so bad with women, I had to pay someone. What are my parents gonna think? What are like my friends gonna think? But I had to just ask myself, I'm like, but bro, like what do you really want out of your life? Like what genuinely excites you? And it was, I want dating abundance. I want to date high quality girls. I want to attract like really attractive women and I want to have a lot of different experiences. And the only way I can do that is if I fucking invest in a coach because I don't know where else to learn. I need to find someone that's done the things that I want to do. I need to pay them. And I did. And then because of that, because I followed my greatest excitement, the universe supported me. It's literally as simple as that. And then I've manifested the reality I now have. And same goes for a lot of different things in terms of different places that I wanted to travel or different people that I wanted to meet or different experiences that I wanted to have. There's been limiting beliefs come up or insecurities or doubt. But I remember, it's like, no, bro, just follow your greatest excitement and remember that the universe is always going to support you. So if you're someone out there that doesn't know exactly what they want to do with their life, or you have a big decision coming up in terms of what you want to do around business or with dating or in your personal life, or maybe you have some travel plans coming up, it could be even as simple as that. If you just ask yourself, in my ultimate reality, what excites me the most? And if the answer is to do XYZ thing, then dude, follow the pull, trust your intuition. The universe has got you. If you don't do it, you're not going to create your ultimate reality. You're going to stay in the previous reality you existed in, which is a place of insecurity and self-doubt and low self-esteem and second-guessing yourself and never achieving or experiencing the things that you've always wanted. So go out there, trust your intuition, trust the pull. When you feel that excitement pop up, that passion, that curiosity, that motivation to do something, following your greatest excitement is always going to look after you. Lesson number 5, learning success with women will bring you one step closer to spiritual enlightenment. Now, I know that sounds a little absurd, but just bear with me. For me, learning success with women, learning dating skills, learning cold approach has been by far the most difficult and challenging thing I've ever done in my entire life. And because of that, I've had to learn how to navigate different areas of my life in terms of spirituality. So for example, I had to learn how to meditate because when you're going out there and you're learning success with women, you go out there, you deal with a lot of adversity, you deal with a lot of challenges, a lot of new reference experiences, you deal with a shit ton of rejection. And because of that, it's like a massive emotional roller coaster. So I had to learn to regulate my emotions. And meditation has been one of the most powerful tools to do that. And because I now understand how to meditate, I get more in touch with my spiritual self. I get to be more in touch with the present moment. And it's allowed me to understand more of my psychology, be more aware of my own belief systems and my own self-talk, because it teaches you to be just more self-aware in general. And the reason why I've actually been able to tap into that is because when I first started doing the dating stuff, I just had all these limiting beliefs pop up, these negative emotions, all these sensations within the body, and I just needed to learn how to control them or understand them. And that comes from learning success with women, because it is probably one of the most challenging things that you can do. So for me, it's been very beneficial because I got to learn the meditation, which has also helped me in other areas of my life as well. On top of that, I had to embrace like random concepts like the law of attraction, or understanding like principles around like how the universe or our world works. So for example, like physical reality is nothing more than a reflection of our internal world. So what we're thinking about, what we believe, how we feel, and how we act dictates what's in physical reality. And when you're going out there doing cold approach, you can see it firsthand. I see it with myself, I see it with my clients, I see it with everyone. If you have negative belief systems, they will be created in your world. So for example, let's say you feel like, approaching a cute girl on the street is creepy. When you go out there because of that belief, belief, physical reality will reflect that to you because that's how you feel, that's how you think, and that's what you believe about the world. So you'll go out there, you'll approach a girl, and a girl will then randomly say, oh my God, you're so creepy. Then this reinforces the belief system because that's how the mirror works. You need to be aware of this. And that's what I've come to understand over years of doing this. It's a reflection, man. Like, you can learn all the techniques, all the social skills, the advanced communication, the framework, all the really cool stuff that helps you have a lot of dating success. But if you can't get a really good grasp of the internal world and understanding your own psychology and your own beliefs and how you feel about different things, then you're never going to have the success. So learning cold approach and learning dating skills and learning how to get better with women in general will help you embrace more of your spiritual side, if you will. And you get to learn a bunch of different skill sets in terms of, understanding psychology, manifestation, and meditation. Lesson number 6, investing in mentors is a cheat code. If there's one thing I've learned over the last decade, it's that investing in mentors is going to get you results 10 times faster compared to if you were trying to figure it out yourself. One of the biggest mistakes I made in the last decade was not investing in mentors sooner. I spent many years procrastinating, many years being very skeptical of investing a decent amount of money into people that I felt like knew what they were talking about and achieved the things that I wanted to achieve. I spent a lot of years procrastinating and investing in that because I was scared. I let my limiting beliefs and my fear hold me back. And look, I understand you do need to be careful where you invest your money. I get it, do your due diligence. But the thing is, guys, if you want to have more dating success, you want to get more jacked, you want to make more money, you want to learn how to be a successful entrepreneur or whatever, you need to find mentors. The one thing I have seen over the years, now traveling full time and meeting a variety of different entrepreneurs all around the world, the one thing that's in common with all of them, they all just invested in coaches. Business coaches, dating coaches, fitness coaches, whatever it might be, they all invested. And that's the reason why they're successful. Have you noticed that there's so many people out there that try to start a new business? There's so many people out there that try to figure out the whole dating thing. There's so many people out there trying to do the fitness stuff and they fail. Like, they put in 6 months, a year, even 2 years, and then they never get the results that they want. You're probably listening to this right now going, holy shit, yeah, I never got as jacked as I wanted to. Or you're like, holy shit, yeah, I kind of got like a few dates here and there, like through Tinder and Bumble and Hinge, or like maybe I approached a girl every now and then, I got some results, but I'm not exactly where I want to get to. You guys get it. Same as business. You probably tried to start a business by watching a few YouTube videos and you never figured it out. It's because you didn't just bite the bullet, save up, spend your money and invest your money on someone that's already achieved exactly what you want to achieve to speed up the process. And for me, I genuinely believe I would be 10 times more successful if I had have just invested in mentors earlier. But I also completely empathize and understand the resistance that people have to this. But I'm telling you now that I'm 30, if you're listening to this, you've been watching our content for a while, guys, seriously, genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, if you want to achieve anything in this world and you want to do it quickly, you want to do it efficiently, you want to do it effectively, just find someone that's done exactly what you want to do. Invest in yourself to give yourself the ability to achieve your goals and have the experiences that you've always wanted. Lesson 7, manifestation is the true key to success. Now, for some of you, you're not going to resonate with that comment, and that's perfectly fine. But for me, what I've learned is that understanding the law of attraction, having a basic understanding of quantum physics, having an understanding of some like interesting spiritual concepts around like manifestation has been the biggest game changer for me in terms of actually going out there and creating the life that I wanted. So for example, now I travel full time. I literally travel the world full time. I manifested that. I have dated and slept with hundreds of beautiful women. I manifested that. I created my dream physique. I manifested that. Yes, sure, I took action. I invested in coaches. I met the right people. I went out there and pushed my comfort zone. I learned different skill sets, whatever. Even though I did do that, the reason why it was able to come to me relatively easy was because I learned visualization techniques. I learned the power of the law of attraction. I learned how to manifest. And for some of you, you may not resonate with this, but for the guys that do not give up on the process. If you can learn how to do visualizations and see the reality that you would prefer to have, to be dating the types of girls you want to manifest into your reality, to be making the money with your online business, to being physically fit and being attractive or having that dream physique. If you can learn the basic skill sets around visualization practices and do that 2-3 times a week, I promise you, you will start to synchronistically manifest more of what you want in your reality. When I learnt more concepts around visualizations and the law of attraction, this is when my dating life skyrocketed, this is when my business skyrocketed, and a lot of the gains I made in the gym too, I started to see more progress way quicker. So if you can learn this unique skill set and start to embrace some of these concepts, I promise you, it's a game changer. Lesson number 8, enjoy the journey. I spent way too many years obsessed with the destination. And because of that, I just spent countless hours being frustrated, being annoyed, being angry, and always kind of a little bit disappointed with the things that I was experiencing in my life because I was always so focused on getting the result. So for example, when I was doing the whole dating thing, like trying to actually improve that area, I wasn't happy unless I was hooking up with X amount of girls. When it came to entrepreneurship, I wasn't happy when I wasn't making X amount of money or making X amount of sales. Same goes for the gym. I wouldn't be happy unless I was making X amount of gains. And because of that, I wasn't enjoying the journey so much. I was so focused on the destination. I was so focused on results. I was so attached to the outcome. And because of that, it kind of just made the whole journey of self-development just a lot more unpleasant and not as enjoyable because I was always just so obsessed with like results. If I wasn't getting results, I wasn't happy. But then I realized like, dude, you need to learn to enjoy the journey because what came up for me was when I would actually get X result in X area of my life, when I finally achieved the thing that I was working so hard to get and I felt so much frustration because I wasn't getting it faster, when I finally got that thing, again, I'd be happy for a day, maybe happy for a week, and then I would just fucking set the next goal or the next set of standard for myself to make X amount of money, hook up with X amount of chicks, or make X amount of gains. I would just get obsessed with the next flagpole. And this would repeat itself year after year after year after year. But now that I'm a little bit older and wiser, I kind of understand this pattern of thinking. And I'm starting to embrace just really enjoying the journey because let's be honest, reaching your goals feels good. It is awesome, and we should always be trying to become better versions of ourselves and have as much success as possible. I 100% agree with that. But the journey is actually what makes the game of life so much fun. It's the ups and the downs that make it so stimulating, make it so addictive. And if I had have just embraced being present to the moment and enjoying my day-to-day experiences, my life would have been so much more relaxed, stress-free, enjoyable. But I just spent so many years worrying about being successful or reaching my goals. So if I can give something to you guys, it's that just, dude, enjoy the journey. Don't focus too much on the destination. You will get there. If you just never give up, you stay consistent, you just keep going for what you want, you will reach that destination. It is inevitable. I have never seen anyone that's dedicated to reaching their goals not reach their goals, ever. I've never seen it. It's only the guys that give up that never get what they want. But if you just stay dedicated, you're going to be good to go. But during the process of that, enjoy the journey. Enjoy the frustrations. Enjoy the setbacks. Enjoy the adversity that you might experience because that's what makes it so fucking fun. Imagine if everything was just easy. It'd be boring. So, guys, go out there and enjoy the process. Cool. So to wrap up this video, guys, if you've enjoyed this content, please leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you guys in the next video.